going on, Jerome's? So we talk almost ad nauseum about training camp and practice. Talk about practice. Talk about iron sharpens iron, and Brian Flores, the architect of one of the best, most aggressive, and confusing defenses in the National Football League. And again, I love it. So, Flores and mostly Durante Jones called the defense against the Texans. They called 10 defensive back blitzes. Yeah. Which is great, man. But, of course, J.J. McCarthy button heads against this defense every single day, every single way. It's good. And for all the quarterbacks, it's pretty fantastic. And it makes you feel good to a degree because, remember, we're hard on Slinging Sam Howell, a.k.a. Korea's quarterback, so much so that pretty sure Sam Howell's mom got in our comments. She was mad. Anyways, but the fact that he had not looked good was a little bit distressing. But then again, that was the only sample size that we had. And also, you have to grade a little bit on a curve going up against the Flores defense and all the talent on that side of the ball every single day. And it showed out. I mean, Sam Howell had himself a great game against the Texans preseason. It was like, oh yeah, this is what happens when you have to go against Flores every single day. Also, the fact that Max Brosmer's look pretty good every day in practice. Yes, most of the times it gets the threes, but sometimes it gets the ones and the twos. That's a pretty damn good sign. Woo. Not saying, I'm just saying. That's right. And with McCarthy, of course, grinding gets that defense every day. It's going to be good. And also, going back to last year, coming out of his first training camp and into his first preseason game, of course, the famous one against the Raiders, he was hoping for a vanilla defense, all right, because he had butted up against the Flores defense, and it's a crash course. Right? The fact that, actually, this is good. The fact that McCarthy, as a rookie, had only faced this guy's defense in OTAs, rookie camp, mandatory minicamp, training camp. Pretty impressive. And then he goes out and shreds the Raiders. That's what happens, man. Long story longer. So the one throw that's been overanalyzed to death because it was really JJ's only mistake was the skinny post bang 8 quarters defense beater that McCarthy just a little high, a little pitchy, right, and to Lucky Jackson, and obviously would have wanted that back. Probably would have gone for 6, and there you go, right. But of course. It was one of those spots, too, where I feel like no one's harder on himself than J.J. McCarthy. Definitely wants that throw back. Also, McCarthy sort of blames McCarthy sort of blamed Flores for not connecting on that one. It was good. Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not J.J. McCarthy talked about this miss to Lucky Jackson postgame against Brian Flores' blitzing defense in practice. It's a one hitch, and it's got to be out. In this case, McCarthy said, if I would have just waited a click longer, I would have found him in that window. And certainly would have been true. But also, you do factor in, the Texans' backups. A lot of vanilla defenses in preseason, unless you're Flores and Durante Jones. But this is also good where it's way easier for a quarterback to slow things down versus a quarterback to speed things up, right? And this is where the Flores defense every day, it does help McCarthy, where you train for worst case scenario. You sweat more in training, so you bleed less in battle. It's one of those analogies that holds true for football, where hey, if practices are the toughest part of the week and the games are easy, like you're in like Flynn, and this spot where usually he's already under pressure, but the fact that just give it a half a second more, fraction of a second more, there's a great play design. You already beat quarters coverage, and I don't know, Lucky Jackson, I respect him, but if it's Justin Jefferson in that spot, is this completed 8 times out of 10 in the regular season? You'll certainly take that. Right, and like we said, I'm sure that McCarthy's his toughest critic. I'm sure that he and Kevin O'Connell, Josh McCown have gone over this over and over and over again. And it stinks because there's no more preseason action, so you'd like to have this one back. But also joint practices against the Patriots next couple days. I'm sure they're going to be working on this. I wouldn't be shocked at all if you see a lot of skinny post quarters beaters or cover 2 beaters in the script Wednesday and Thursday. So it's going to be good. So overall, there's a lot to like here. Yes, there was a mistake, but yes, you learn from mistakes. No one bats 1,000 in life. And also, it speaks to how good this Flores defense is going to be. I feel like that doesn't get talked enough, man, where this unit is just going to be absolutely bat bleep insane, right? So it drives the quarterbacks crazy, but all of a sudden it's like when you have a tough teacher where there's tons of homework, tons of assignment, and really stressful, but once you get to the test, you know everything. It's going to be what it's like for McCarthy and the quarterbacks. And this defense, come on, man. Come on. It's going to be good. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. J.J. McCarthy sort of blames McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy sort of blames Flores for the one miss in preseason. But it's good. It's good. Your thoughts are thoughts. Comment section, you guys. The best to do. Skol, production value.